You know, a lot of people think success is all about money, fame, or having the perfect life. But let me tell you something. Success isn't about what you have. It's about how you think. If you've got the right mindset, you can walk through challenges, rise above setbacks, and step into the life you were created for. Your mindset is the foundation of your life. It determines how you see yourself, how you approach challenges, and ultimately what you achieve. If your mindset is negative, limited, and full of doubt, then your life will reflect that. But if your mindset is strong, confident, and filled with faith, then nothing can stop you from stepping into your purpose. Think about it. Every decision you make, every action you take, and every habit you form starts in your mind. If you believe you are capable, you will take steps toward success. If you believe you are unworthy, you will hold yourself back. The way you think shapes the way you live. Some people walk around with a defeated mindset, expecting the worst, assuming things will never change, and constantly talking about their problems. They think, I'll never get that job. I'm not smart enough. People like me don't succeed. What they don't realize is that their mindset is creating their reality. They are speaking failure over their own lives before they even try. But then you look at people who have overcome impossible odds. People who have risen from nothing and accomplished great things. What's the difference? It's not their background, their education, or their connections. It's their mindset. They refuse to be victims of their circumstances. They refuse to accept defeat. Even when they face setbacks, they don't let those setbacks define them. Your mind is the battlefield. The enemy will try to fill your thoughts with doubt, fear, and insecurity. He'll whisper, you're not good enough, you'll never make it. But you have a choice. You can either believe those lies, or you can stand firm and say, no, I am capable. I have what it takes. I will not let fear control my life. It's not just about thinking positive thoughts. It's about renewing your mind daily. The world will throw negativity at you. People will discourage you. Challenges will come. If you don't take control of your thoughts, they will take control of you. When you start shifting your mindset, everything changes. Suddenly you don't see problems as obstacles. You see them as opportunities to grow. Instead of complaining about what you don't have, you start focusing on what you can do. Instead of waiting for things to get better, you start taking action. Your mindset affects how you handle failure. Some people fail once and give up, thinking it's a sign they weren't meant to succeed. But those with a strong mindset see failure as a lesson, not a life sentence. They get back up, adjust, and try again. They understand that setbacks are part of the journey, not the end of it. The words you speak over yourself matter. If you constantly say, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, nothing ever works out for me, then you are reinforcing a defeated mindset. But when you start speaking life over yourself, I am strong, I am capable, I have everything I need to succeed, you begin to align your reality with those beliefs. Your environment plays a role too. If you're surrounded by negativity, by people who doubt you, by voices that tell you what you can't do, then it's time to change your environment. The people you spend time with influence your mindset. Stay around those who uplift you, who push you to be better, who remind you of your potential. It's easy to blame circumstances, other people, or past failures for where you are in life, but the truth is, you have the power to shift your mindset at any moment. The past does not define you. Your mistakes do not define you. Your current situation does not determine your future. What determines your future is what you choose to believe about yourself right now. The most successful people aren't necessarily the most talented or the most privileged. They are simply the ones who refuse to settle. They see challenges as opportunities, failure as a lesson, and success as something that starts in the mind long before it happens in reality. Your mind is where the real battle happens. Every single day you wake up with a choice. You can either let negativity, doubt, and fear run your life, or you can take control of your thoughts and renew your mind. The thoughts you dwell on will shape your emotions, your decisions, and ultimately the course of your life. That's why renewing your mind isn't something you do once and forget about. It's something you must do every single day. Life is full of challenges. Some days you wake up feeling strong, ready to take on the world. Other days you wake up feeling discouraged, overwhelmed, or even defeated before the day begins. That's why you can't afford to let your emotions dictate your mindset. You have to be intentional about renewing your mind, replacing lies with truth, and shifting your perspective from fear to faith. Many people struggle with the same thoughts day after day, thoughts of inadequacy, insecurity, and failure. They wake up thinking, I'll never change, I'm not smart enough, I always mess things up. And because they believe those thoughts, they live them out. They stay stuck. Not because they aren't capable, but because their mind is working against them instead of for them. Renewing your mind daily means you make a decision every morning to align your thoughts with what is true, what is good, and what is beneficial. It means refusing to let fear control you, refusing to let past mistakes define you, and refusing to let circumstances determine your joy. You can't just sit back and hope for a better mindset. You have to actively work on it. When negative thoughts come, you don't just entertain them. You recognize them, you challenge them, and you replace them with something better. If the thought comes, I'm not good enough, you don't just agree with it. You say, no, I am strong, I am growing, and I am equipped for what's ahead. This is not about ignoring reality. It's about training your mind to focus on the right things. Too often, people allow their circumstances to dictate their thinking. They wake up in a tough situation and immediately think, nothing will ever change. This is just the way life is. But renewing your mind means refusing to let circumstances have the final say. It means believing that growth is possible, that better days are ahead, and that every challenge is an opportunity to learn and become stronger. What you feed your mind daily matters. If you constantly consume negativity, whether it's through the news, toxic conversations, or self-doubt, you will naturally develop a negative mindset. But when you make a habit of filling your mind with truth, wisdom, and encouragement, your perspective changes. You start seeing possibilities instead of problems. You start responding with faith instead of fear. Renewing your mind is also about breaking free from old patterns of thinking. Many people carry beliefs that were formed in childhood. Beliefs that say, I'm not worthy, I'm not lovable, I'm not smart enough. But just because you've thought something for a long time doesn't mean it's true. If you don't challenge those thoughts, they will continue to shape your life. But when you begin to recognize them for what they are, lies that are holding you back, you can start replacing them with truth. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that change happens overnight. They try to renew their mind for a day or two, and when they don't see instant results, they give up. But just like anything else in life, transformation takes time. You wouldn't go to the gym once and expect to be in perfect shape. In the same way, you can't expect your mindset to change after 1 or 2 days of effort. It takes consistency, it takes persistence, it takes a daily commitment to choose the right thoughts, even when it's hard. The good news is, every time you renew your mind, you are taking a step toward freedom. Every time you replace a lie with truth, you are breaking free from limitations. Every time you choose faith over fear, you are strengthening your mindset and setting yourself up for success. When you commit to renewing your mind daily, you begin to notice shifts in every area of your life. You start making better decisions. You react differently to challenges. You stop being so easily discouraged by setbacks. You start seeing yourself through a new lens, not as someone who is weak or defeated, but as someone who is growing, learning, and stepping into their full potential. The words you speak over yourself have more power than you realize. Every day you are either building yourself up or tearing yourself down with what comes out of your mouth. The way you talk about yourself, your future, and your abilities determines how you see yourself and what you become. If you constantly say, I'll never be successful, I'm not good enough, nothing ever works out for me, then that's exactly what you will experience. But if you begin to speak life over yourself, declaring truth instead of doubt, confidence instead of fear, and victory instead of defeat, then your life will begin to align with those words. Many people are trapped in a cycle of negativity because of what they say about themselves. They don't realize that their words are shaping their mindset and their future. If you constantly say, I always mess things up, I'm just not smart enough, I'll never get out of this situation, then you are reinforcing a belief system that keeps you stuck. Words are not just empty sounds. They carry power. What you repeatedly speak becomes what you believe, and what you believe shapes the way you live. You have to start speaking life, even when you don't feel like it. Maybe you don't feel strong today, but you can still declare, I am strong, and I am growing every day. Maybe you don't feel confident, but you can say, I am learning to walk in confidence and believe in myself. It's not about ignoring reality. It's about choosing to declare truth over your life instead of letting fear, insecurity, and past failures do all the talking. Too many people allow their past mistakes to define the words they speak. They think, I've failed too many times. I'm always going to struggle. But you are not your past. Just because you made mistakes doesn't mean you are a mistake. Just because you've fallen doesn't mean you can't rise again. The words you speak should reflect where you are going, not where you've been. Think about the words you've been speaking over your life. Have you been encouraging yourself or tearing yourself down? Have you been speaking words of hope and expectation or words of defeat and failure? It's easy to be critical of yourself. It's easy to focus on what's wrong instead of what's right. But if you want to see change, you have to start changing what you say. Some people are waiting to feel better before they speak better. They think, I'll start speaking positively when I feel more confident. I'll start speaking victory when I see success. But it doesn't work that way. Your words don't just reflect your reality. They shape it. You have to start speaking differently before things change. When you begin to declare truth over yourself daily, even when it feels unnatural, you are training your mind to align with the life you want to live. The words you speak will either lift you up or hold you back. If you constantly say, I'm too tired, I'm not talented enough, I can't do this, you are feeding a mindset of limitation. But when you declare, I have what it takes, I am getting stronger every day, I am equipped for my purpose, you are speaking life into your future. It's also important to recognize how your words impact your emotions. When you say negative things about yourself, you create a cycle of discouragement. You begin to feel the weight of your own words, and it affects how you show up in life. But when you start speaking encouragement, even when you don't feel like it, something shifts. You start to feel lighter, you begin to believe in yourself a little more, you begin to develop resilience and strength. Speaking life over yourself isn't about denying challenges. It's about refusing to give them power over your destiny. It's about making a decision every day to use your words as a tool for growth, strength, and success. No matter what has happened in your past, no matter what obstacles are in front of you, your words have the power to shape your future. Fear and doubt are two of the biggest enemies standing between you and the life you were meant to live. They creep in quietly, whispering lies, making you second-guess yourself and keeping you stuck in the same place. Fear says, what if you fail? What if you're not good enough? What if everything goes wrong? Doubt comes right alongside it, saying, you don't have what it takes. You'll never make it. You're just wasting your time. If you listen to those voices long enough, they will paralyze you, steal your confidence, and hold you back from stepping into your potential. The truth is, fear and doubt will never go away completely. They will always try to show up when you're about to do something important, something new, or something that requires faith. But just because fear and doubt show up doesn't mean you have to let them control you. The problem isn't that fear exists, it's that too many people let it run their lives. They let fear make their decisions. They let doubt convince them to stay where they are. Fear thrives on uncertainty. It magnifies the unknown and makes it seem bigger than it really is. It tells you that you should stay where it's safe, where it's comfortable, where you don't have to take any risks. But comfort is not where growth happens. You can't step into the next level of your life if you're unwilling to push past fear and take action. Doubt works the same way. It causes you to hesitate, to question yourself, to feel like you're never quite ready. It convinces you that you need more time, more skills, or more confidence before you take that next step. But confidence doesn't come first. Action does. You don't wait until you feel fearless to start. You start despite the fear, and that's how confidence is built. Think about all the opportunities people miss because of fear and doubt. How many dreams go unfulfilled? How many talents go undeveloped? How many people settle for less than they were meant for because they let fear and doubt have the final say? It's not because they weren't capable. It's because they let the enemy talk them out of trying. Fear and doubt will always have something to say, but you don't have to listen. You don't have to accept every thought that comes into your mind. Just because a thought enters your head doesn't mean it's true. Fear says you're not strong enough, but the truth is you are stronger than you think. Doubt says you're not qualified, but the truth is you can learn, grow, and develop everything you need. The key is recognizing when fear and doubt are speaking and refusing to let them take control. When you catch yourself thinking, I can't do this, stop and ask, why not? When fear tells you you're going to fail, respond with, even if I fail, I'll learn and get better. The way you talk to yourself matters. If you let fear and doubt fill your mind with negativity, you will shrink back. But when you fight back with truth, you take away their power. Fear and doubt don't just affect your thoughts. They affect your actions. They make you procrastinate. They make you second guess every decision. They make you overthink instead of taking action. They keep you stuck in a cycle of hesitation where you're always waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. The reality is fear and doubt will never completely disappear. You just have to stop letting them be in charge. Every time you choose to act despite fear, you weaken its grip. Every time you move forward despite doubt, you take back control. Fear and doubt may try to hold you back, but they don't get to decide your future. You do. Success is not about luck, talent, or waiting for the right opportunity. It's about discipline. The people who achieve great things in life aren't necessarily the smartest, the most talented, or the ones with the best connections. They are the ones who make a decision to be disciplined, to be consistent, and to do what needs to be done even when they don't feel like it. Discipline is what separates those who dream from those who actually achieve. You can have the biggest dreams in the world, but if you're not disciplined enough to put in the work, those dreams will stay exactly that. Just dreams. You can have all the motivation in the world, but if you don't have discipline, that motivation will fade and you'll find yourself stuck in the same place year after year. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline is what keeps you going. There will be days when you don't feel like working, when you don't feel like pushing yourself, when you don't feel like doing what needs to be done. That's when discipline steps in. Discipline says, I don't feel like it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Discipline says, I'm tired, but I'm not quitting. Discipline says, this is hard, but I'm not stopping until I reach my goal. Too many people wait until they feel like it before they take action. They wait for inspiration to strike before they start working toward their goals. But successful people don't rely on feelings. They rely on discipline. They don't wait until they're in the mood to be productive. They make productivity a habit. They don't wait until they feel strong to keep pushing forward. They push forward no matter what. Discipline is what keeps you moving when the excitement wears off. When you start something new, it's easy to be motivated. You're excited, full of energy, ready to take on the world. But what happens when that excitement fades? What happens when the journey gets tough, when the results aren't coming as fast as you expected, when the obstacles start showing up? That's where most people quit. But disciplined people don't. They understand that success is not about how you feel in the moment. It's about showing up every day and putting in the work no matter what. The truth is, discipline is uncomfortable. It requires sacrifice. It means saying no to distractions. It means waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. It means staying focused when everyone else is taking a break. It means making choices that might not feel good in the moment, but will pay off in the long run. Success doesn't come to the people who do what's easy. It comes to those who do what's necessary. Think about the areas in your life where you need more discipline. Maybe it's in your work, your health, your finances, or your personal growth. Maybe you've been inconsistent, starting strong but giving up when things get hard. Maybe you've been making excuses, telling yourself that you'll start tomorrow, next week, or next month. But success doesn't wait for tomorrow. Success is built by what you do today, right now, in this moment. Discipline is about making a decision every single day to do what needs to be done. It's about taking control of your time, your habits, and your mindset. It's about refusing to be controlled by distractions, laziness, or excuses. The people who win in life are not the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who stayed disciplined when it was hard. They showed up when no one was watching. They kept going when no one was clapping for them. They stayed focused, committed, and determined even when the results weren't immediate. Discipline is what turns average effort into extraordinary results. It's what separates those who wish for success from those who actually achieve it. If you want success, you have to be disciplined enough to put in the work, day after day, no matter what. Who you surround yourself with has a direct impact on your success, your mindset, and your future. The people in your life are either lifting you up or pulling you down, pushing you forward or holding you back. You cannot afford to spend your time with the wrong people and expect to live the right kind of life. If you want to grow, succeed, and become the best version of yourself, you must be intentional about who you allow in your circle. The truth is, you become like the people you spend the most time with. Their attitudes, their habits, their beliefs, and even their energy will influence you whether you realize it or not. If you constantly surround yourself with negative, lazy, or unmotivated people, don't be surprised when you start feeling discouraged, uninspired, and stuck. But if you surround yourself with driven, positive, and growth-minded people, you will naturally start to adopt those same qualities. Some people in your life are keeping you from reaching your full potential. Maybe they are always complaining, always doubting, always looking for excuses instead of solutions. Maybe they tear you down instead of building you up. Maybe they don't support your goals, and instead of encouraging you, they make you question yourself. These are the people who will drain your energy, weaken your confidence, and keep you from moving forward. You cannot afford to let the wrong voices have influence over your life. If you constantly listen to people who don't believe in you, who criticize every idea you have, who tell you that your dreams are too big, then eventually you will start believing them. You will start doubting yourself, second-guessing your abilities, and lowering your standards. The wrong people will make you settle for less than what you are capable of. On the other hand, the right people will push you to be better. They will challenge you to grow. They will encourage you when you feel like giving up. They will speak life into you when you're struggling with doubt. The right people don't let you stay comfortable. They push you out of your comfort zone because they see the potential in you. They celebrate your success, but they also hold you accountable when you start slipping into bad habits. If you want to succeed, you need to surround yourself with people who are going in the same direction as you, people who are ambitious, hardworking, and committed to personal growth, people who think big, dream big, and take action. People who inspire you to do more, be more, and become more. Sometimes making the decision to surround yourself with the right people means distancing yourself from the wrong ones. This doesn't mean you have to be rude or cut people out of your life completely, but it does mean setting boundaries. If certain relationships are draining you, distracting you, or keeping you from becoming who you need to be, then you have to be willing to limit their influence over your life. Your environment plays a huge role in your success. You can have all the talent, skills, and drive in the world, but if you are constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, and small thinking, you will struggle to reach your full potential. But when you position yourself in the right environment, where people are growing, learning, and striving for excellence, you will naturally rise to a higher level. Evaluate the people in your life. Are they pushing you forward or holding you back? Are they inspiring you or draining you? Are they speaking words of encouragement or words of discouragement? Be intentional about who you allow into your space, because your future depends on it. Success doesn't happen overnight. Growth doesn't happen in an instant. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every transformation comes through a process, one that requires patience, consistency, and faith. Too many people want the results without the journey, the rewards without the struggle, the destination without the steps it takes to get there. But if you want lasting success, you have to learn to trust the process. Trusting the process means understanding that things don't always happen on your timeline. You may have a vision for your life, a goal you want to reach, a dream you are working toward, but it might not come as quickly as you expect. That doesn't mean it's not happening. That doesn't mean you're failing. It simply means you are in the middle of the process. Just because you can't see the results yet doesn't mean progress isn't being made. The process is where growth happens. It's where you are tested, refined, and strengthened. It's where you develop the character, discipline, and resilience needed to sustain success. Many people want to skip this part. They don't want to go through the hard work, the setbacks, the uncomfortable moments. But without the process, you won't be fully prepared for the success you're chasing. The process is what shapes you into the person who can handle what's coming. Sometimes the process is slow. It feels like nothing is happening. You put in the effort, but you don't see immediate results. You work hard, but things don't seem to be moving. This is where many people give up. They think, if it hasn't happened yet, maybe it never will. They start doubting themselves, questioning their abilities, and wondering if they should even keep going. But this is exactly when you need to push through. The process may not always be visible, but that doesn't mean it's not working. A seed doesn't sprout the moment it's planted. It stays underground, growing roots, getting stronger beneath the surface before it ever breaks through the soil. If someone judged the seed by what they could see on the surface, they might think nothing was happening. But under the ground, there was development, there was preparation, there was unseen growth taking place. The same is true for your journey. Just because you don't see progress right away doesn't mean it's not happening. Trusting the process also means accepting that challenges are a part of the journey. Growth is uncomfortable. Success comes with obstacles. There will be moments when you feel frustrated, moments when things don't go as planned, moments when it feels like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But those struggles are not a sign that you're on the wrong path. They are proof that you are in the process. Too many people see obstacles as a sign to quit. They think if this were meant to be, it would be easier. But anything worth having requires persistence. Every successful person has faced setbacks, delays, and failures. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that successful people keep going even when things get hard. They don't let obstacles shake their belief. They don't give up just because the process is longer or harder than they expected. When you trust the process, you stop focusing on how long it's taken and start focusing on what you're becoming in the journey. Every challenge is making you stronger. Every setback is teaching you something. Every delay is refining your character. Instead of fighting the process, embrace it. Instead of rushing it, learn from it. The process is shaping you. It is preparing you for the opportunities ahead. It is teaching you patience, discipline, and perseverance. You may not see the full picture yet, but that doesn't mean things aren't coming together. Keep moving forward. Keep showing up. Keep believing. The process is working even when you don't see it.